Hello, streaming to you live on Rumble. I am Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Monday, June 8th, 2026, and it's going to be a good day today. A 9-minute warm-up with full exercises, and I will then talk about mental focus and clarity. And it's day number 418 wearing the incredible X39, which you see right here. And are you ready to get your dose of exercise for today with me? Last week was a strong week, a good week, and I'll touch base a little bit on that later. But let's get started. So, got the heart rate monitor there. You can see the screen. And I will be taking the wristbands that I usually wear, and I will be placing the incredible X49 underneath each wristband. So there's one here. I've got two. Right? One's going to go here, on this side. The other one's going to go on that side. So I just place it there. You can put it underneath your belly button if you wish. So just around your belt line, and that way it activates the AHK peptide, tripeptide that gets synthesized by your body. So, without further ado, let's get started here. Make sure I turn on the. Yeah, that's good. So, you see the tempo that I set there. That was on Saturday. That was my attempt to do the fitness stress testing. So today I'm going to set the tempo much lower. I'm going to go, let's do 140 today. So you'll hear that's the tempo. And I'm going to switch to just do 9 minutes of this. And I'm going to skip with this tempo. And then when you'll see the 2.5 minutes there show up, then I'm going to switch to doing double unders and running steps. So 8 and 8, or let's see how it goes. I might switch it up a little bit, but the idea is to see how the high intensity training that I did last week will affect me this week with this particular warm-up. I took yesterday off, so I didn't do any exercise at all. So we'll see how it goes. Let's begin. And I pushed pause twice. There we go. So follow the tempo. You can do all kinds of tricks if you wish to switch it up, but try to stay consistent with the tempo. I'm kind of doing like a walking forward and backwards. A 2-foot basic bounce. Boxer step. Alright, so in 30 seconds, I'm going to switch to doing double unders and running steps. So trying to keep this pace for the running steps. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 8 double unders. So, are you ready? Here we go. Ouch. Ouch. Really? There we go. All right. So, a little bit of a challenge with the double under crisscross, where I increase the intensity and my heart rate didn't climb that much, actually. So it's for me, that is a very positive sign that my conditioning is starting to come up more, and feels good. Feels very good, actually. I did hit my finger, my pinky, on the handle, which I don't like when it happens because it hurts. But there's one thing that I noticed is my explosive power during the double under crisscross is starting to really starting to get more consistent with it, which is good. And to be able to consistently do that is a good sign that my longevity is being maintained. So you can see how my heart rate has recovered. It's quite nicely, actually. I'm going to switch to changing the tempo back to down to 60 beats per minute. So that way I can count the reps nicely and maintain a good tempo with the movement of the exercises. So with the lat pull downs, I'm going to do a variation that I normally do. Yeah, okay. I can do it that way. I'll try it that way. So what I'm going to do today is grab an anchor here, and I'm going to attach this to this guy here, and what I'm going to do, I have purple bands here, and I think this is going to be a good length. Let's see here. So with this setup here, the idea is going to be, it's actually shorter than I would like. Because I want tension. Is it going to be enough? It's borderline, it's close. Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab the other, excuse me here, for the not being prepared. I'm going to grab the anywhere anchor. I'm going to put one here on this side, and I'm going to crisscross them to take the slack out. And I know I probably should have thought about this before, but and I won't be able to get that through. Goes in easier this way opposed to the other way, and I know it looks kind of bizarre, but You'll see why here momentarily. So, okay. Now, this guy here. Yes. So, with them being slightly farther apart, what I'm going to do is crisscross them. Maybe here, somewhere there. Yes. Alright, so crisscross the bands here. And because of the ankle, so, oh yes, that's very good. So, the idea is to have tension. Oh, I've got more tension now. There's more stretch on the band because they're farther apart. So, and I'm going to use the vibration plate and hold it through the range of movement. And because you're using the bands like this, you can activate the type 2 fibers and do them like this. Now hold it like here, like an iron cross. See? The idea is to hold that position. So I'm working this range of movement. Now the full. Holding it up here. Iron cross again. So, I'm going to now switch to doing a, I can certainly feel all the small fibers getting involved. It's good. Next up is going to be switching to a chin-up version. So I'm just going to change the position of my heart rate sensor so it's on the outside. And this one here I'm not going to crisscross, but hopefully it stays. Oh yeah, okay. There's enough tension on here. Just gonna pull this a little bit more. Okay. So here, pulling with the elbows. You pull with the elbows. And doing it this way, it's kind of like the fellow that holds the world record for most pull-ups. He talks about doing pull-ups this way with these arm straps of sorts. I can't remember what they're called. And so basically it's essentially kind of the same thing in a roundabout way, but here I'm adding the vibration to add the muscle activation and the disturbance while you're holding it isometrically. And by doing so, you're building that, you're creating the strength within that range of movement. And so it's a nice alternative method, training method. It takes time because most people, I mean, if you're a beginner, to build up the strength for pull-ups, chin-ups, one-arm grabs, and so forth, you gotta, like the climbing strength, Mike's strength in climbing, his grip strength is very good. And I'll be working on developing the grip strength in today's live stream. It'll be the last exercise that I feature. So here, working on the type 2 power. Very slow at the top, stop, and then activate. Develop that mind-muscle power connection. Next exercise, I'm going to switch to doing a row variation. So finishing the latter part of the movement. So with today's variation, I'm going to take the bands off here. I'm going to attach it to the wall here. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do this height today. I was just thinking about position where my elbows are going to be and so forth. And I'm going to go with this variation. Last week I had them hang attached higher here while I was doing this, and basically you have to lean back. So this variation is going to be more of a traditional type of feel, whereas with today I'm going to take the weight here and I'm going to put it on the ground to help me from sliding off the vibration plate, because I still want to utilize that. So with this one here, I'm going to attach, you can do this one of two ways. You can put your hand like this, so then you involve the bicep. But if you want to focus more on the lat, then you put it on the elbow. Okay, and that's what I'm going to do today, is focus on the lat, because the grip strength I'm gonna really focus on the end, the very last exercise for today. So yeah, I want something like this. So I've got stretch here. So basically I can lean into it, and so as if I'm doing a bent over row. So the bands are pulling on the lats. and partially the rear deltoid as well, because they become involved. But depending on how you hold yourself. All right, so got the weight here, and now you use the weight to help you from sliding, and so the weight is pulling here, working the muscle at the very bottom end of it, or the very top. So as if you're, let's say I'm on an actual bench and I'm allowing the vibration to disturb that and activating the lats. And then you tug them, roll them, elbows behind your torso, hold it there isometrically, slow negative, and then explosive. Hold it as long as you can, all the way through. Let the bands pull. Pull back, all the way, hold. A stretch now on the lats. Pull 5-10% within that range of movement. Now I'm at about 50, somewhere there. Now 100. Follow the tempo. Take a rest if you need to. I'm holding it isometrically now. Slow negative while holding isometrically. I can feel the rhomboids getting some activation. So that's it for the first 3 exercises. Next I'm going to switch to focusing on the brachialis. And that's where I'm going to take the red bands here and the door anchors. Got 2 of them, so you can see here, 1 on each band. And the reason being, because I'm going to step on them, on the door anchors, that is, and because I want to take the slack out of the bands. Okay, now I'm going to grab I've got the little ankle straps that are wrapped 2 times to make them smaller, and then I'm going to put my wrist like that. So, and with the brachialis, that's the first exercise, so we're going to focus on arm position. So basically, you're going to see momentarily here. I'm going to grab that. So what I want to do is step on the door anchor, as you see here. So basically, just instead of stepping on the band, I'm using that, stepping on the door anchor. So that's the idea behind. And taking that slack out, and then you're going to maybe you don't have to crisscross them. So by pushing them here, oh yeah, so I have tension here at the very bottom. So, and then you're gonna roll them up like this, pull them towards pull your knuckles to your chin, towards your chin. And that's where you want to focus on that brachialis. That's in between the long head and the tricep. So that's the idea behind this. So you can explode them up like this. You can have one alternate, one palm closer to your chest and alternate back and forth. So keep your knees kind of locked, so that way the vibration travels all the way up your body to the brachialis. So my hands are moving, and that's how I know that vibration is activating that brachialis. So holding it tightly here like this, up, and basically you want to, like if you're holding a weight, you're tugging it all the way to your pectoral muscle, all the way up. Keep your arms kind of, your forearms close to your torso. And that way you keep your elbows tight and you will feel the activation from the brachialis there. That's the idea, is to target that muscle. And then you can do explosives. Switch the arms. Leave with the other one. You can change the position of the straps to go more on your knuckles if you wish. Then you have to remember not to move your knuckles down. Keep them straight. Oh, all right. Both work good. I could start to feel the fatigue, especially after switching this way here. So that's the brachialis, that's the first version. So next up is going to be switching to the pelican, which that's where I'm going to take the door stops off, or the door anchors off here, off the red band. I'm going to continue to use the red band here. That's where I'm going to take, I can just put them on here. I'm using the same anchor point that I used for the row. Okay, now with this particular version, I'm gonna, this is where the elbows are gonna be behind the torso like this, and then you're gonna curl it up. So you can switch between a hammer and a straight bar. And with this, I'm also going to put the center of the vibration plate. So, and you want it far enough where you have tension on the band, right? That this feels good. And now I'm going to initiate the vibration plate. So, with that, all right, so keep the knees locked. Lean a little bit forward as well, so that way you can maintain tension on the bicep. And this is when it's in its stretched form. So keep those elbows behind you. Stretch all the way down. So here I'm focusing on kind of swooping my hands, so that way you get the bicep activation. So this is kind of like a drag curl almost. I see a bird in the windowsill to my right. There's a robin taking a peek. Yeah. So, still holding the straight bar position. So at the very bottom of the stretch point of the rep, I'm flexing the tricep. Just going to switch to hammer. Flex the tricep at the very bottom, at the stretch point. Holding it isometrically. Feels very good, very, very good. I could really feel my left, because it is, I think, weaker because of my wrist that I fractured when I was young, quite young. So it's always been a challenge for me, and I could feel it today, which is good. But doing it in a safe way that I could still tug the weight, pull it. Alright, the next exercise I'm going to switch to doing a preacher curl version of the bicep curl. So here I was focusing on the peak, or like behind from a stretched. So here the next variation is going to be from a not stretched position. So I'm taking the vibration plate here, I'm going to place it on top of the step here. So I'm essentially raising the height of the vibration plate purposely for this. And I'm going to take the exercise ball as well. Okay. And I'm going to grab, got a towel here that is going to rest on my knees. I'm going to just check here, see the height of this, or the length, because I want sitting on the vibration plate, having my knees here. Okay. This is good. Yeah. You know what? Actually, this is a little higher than I would like it. I'm just going to lower this one level. Oh yeah. See here. Sometimes I don't remember what I did the week prior. Yeah, it's better. It's a little bit better. So I'm going to take the towel, put it on top of my knees here, because I don't want my elbows to be sliding off my knees. All right. Oh, wrong button. So 3-minute sequence. Grabbing it here and focusing on the peak. So what you can do is take the grip out of this and you put the band or the ankle. I'm using the straps and putting them around my wrist. That way it takes the grip out. It puts all the focus, any compensation that's going to occur from the movement of your palm is taken out, because if it's uncomfortable, then your wrist is going to flex. And then you're basically compensating. And the idea is, I don't want to compensate. I want the muscle to do the work. So holding it here isometrically, working, this is the short head. Now I'm going to switch to long. So my hands are this way. And the vibration creates muscle activation, holding it isometrically here. Now explosive and switch to straight bar now. Can move the wrist like this. And the straps kind of hold onto your wrist a little bit, so you can work some of the pronation and supination. All right. Next exercise I have not shown before, and I just tried it for the first time a little bit last week, just to test how it would feel. And today I'm actually going to do this a full session, and so I'm going to take the exercise ball here. I'm just going to see. Last week I just did it laying down, but think I'm going to lower the level of the vibration plate here. And you'll see what I mean. So this is taking a principle from tips from other people and kind of incorporating my own idea. So the idea is if I'm on an actual bench and I'm holding a barbell of sorts. So I'm just going to use 10-pound weights today. So, and what I'm going to do also is just grab that towel. And the idea is to use the muscle or the vibration to activate the forearms as much as possible while holding the resistance. So, I'm on a bench, so you can change the amplitude here. And the idea is to hold it like this and then flex it up. So there's quite a bit of inertia here that's moving into the free weights. I could almost raise my butt a little bit. I think what I would do or here like this. There we go. So that way my elbows are kind of the same height, or my wrists are the same height as my elbows. So either you can stretch back this way here, just changes the amplitude a little bit. So then you can turn it like this here, and now hold it this way. So you want to have your wrists. For this variation here, I'm actually more vertical, so my knees are 90 degrees. So working the forearms this way. I can definitely feel my left from my wrist. So this is, I think, it's going to be interesting to see how it feels tomorrow. So rotate them around. Now here I am holding them isometrically. So again, using the vibration to create that muscle activation. Using the free weights feels a lot different than the bands. I could technically use the bands too. I would configure it to be slightly different, but I can feel how the weight's moving. It's kind of like spinning in my palms. So my fingers are kind of getting activation as well. So it's very good, actually, believe it or not. Very good. Whew. I'm going to do one more set here, but focus more on lifting this way. And that's where I'm going to take this here. And I'm just going to raise my torso angle. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, that's an easy adjustment. So, one more time here, but now I'm going to focus more just on this one here. And if I get tired, then I'm going to switch to the other side, flipping them around, palms up. So here you could work your, I I just realized what I could do. Actually, I could turn this into a super exercise by taking the variation that I had last week and take this into, oh yes, my mind is just, okay, that's for next week. Because doing it this way here, I'm not adding any extra weight to the vibration plate, which is what I like. I want to extend the life of the vibration plate itself, but I still want to be able to utilize the disturbance that the vibration plate creates. And this is very like I'm only using 10 pounds. I could probably go a little bit lighter, especially for my left. I'm starting to feel it now. But I think this is what this is going to do, is actually strengthen it, which what I want. Wow. I can feel that pronator muscle here. I feel it. It's getting a lot of activation. So, in one of the episodes I did last week, I talked about blood flow in response to what Devin was talking about, Devin Larratt, in the episode where I featured him. And he talked about creating the blood flow to the muscle. And this is one way which you can really do it, because essentially it's causing the muscle to fire momentarily every single time. So it's like, right, wow. And because of that, it's squeezing the blood out. But from a training perspective, it also allows the blood to flow back in. So here I am. Oh, wow. So the idea is to strengthen my grip as well as the forearm strength. And doing it this way, right now, based off of my initial how it feels, superb. Feels very good. I really feel the muscle, all the ligaments and all the tendons. I feel it all the way up into here. So will this correlate into stronger results with skipping? I think so. I'm starting to think that is the case. So let's have a quick look at the debrief. So today's session was a little bit longer, largely because of my lack of planning today, but that's okay. So today's date stamp, June 8th, 2026. Starting time at 12:50 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And maximum heart rate I hit today was, here we go, 155, which is low for me. And you can see here where it happens right there. And it's interesting how my heart rate stayed kind of modestly level, especially during the double unders portion when I was doing double under crisscrosses. So I was really trying to, get my heart rate going and just my coordination after taking the weekend off. So, and a lot of yo-yoing here. So you have here a little bit and then drops down and then picks up again. So overall, an interesting workout, and working on the lats and the biceps. So back and biceps today. Tomorrow will be push exercises. So as part of the today's session, I also wanted to talk about, from the introduction, mental focus and clarity. And this is a subject that I've shared with you in the past. And with that, I have some examples, and here, this is it. So here is what you see is recordings that I have made where I play this puzzle game on LinkedIn. And so I'm going to show you the video you can see here. So that's playing, as you see, right? So this is me actually playing it, and this is where I use this particular puzzle to assess my mental focus and clarity. Okay, I'm figuring out what I'm doing here. Yeah, so that took me 12 seconds to finish, and the average for this particular puzzle you see on the screen is 21 seconds. So here you can see the average 21 seconds, and as I scroll through you can see where, you know, how the puzzle game is comparing my result to that of people from around the world. So that was on that particular day, and then I play it the following day after that. So this date here is, you'll see here, June 4th. All right, so here I'm trying to assess this puzzle, and I'm thinking, okay, how do I play this? And this puzzle for me is a good way to see whether or not I'm reaping the benefits from the use of the X39. And this is my way of validating whether or not I'm continuing to reap the benefits from this, because it has a very strong therapeutic effects where it's activating that GHK peptide to be synthesized by your body by saying, okay, it's tapping you on the shoulder, does this, and signals your body to produce that compound, the GHK, which consists of glycine, histidine, and lysine. And when copper is floating around in your body, whether you get it from ionization from here, so I put deuterium depleted water here into this cup, and I'll let it sit overnight, and I'll drink it in the morning. Okay, but I also eat other sources of foods to make sure that I'm getting copper from other sources as well. So that one of those sources is hemp hearts. Hemp hearts has a very good portion of copper in it. So they say, based on the testing, the third-party testing that gets done. So is that a good source to be eating if I'm activating my body and saying, produce that GHK? Well, there's no denying that good nutrition you can reap the benefits from it. And when you get those 3 aminos, like I show here, for the GHK, when my body gets that tap in the shoulder, am I going to reap the benefits? Because resistance training exercise is known to reset and regenerate about 78 DNA genes. But when there's several thousand more in the body, how do you reset and regenerate the balance? This is one way you do it. So if you really want to increase your longevity or maximize what you have left, because if you're around 35 years old, you got to start thinking about this now, not 15 years. I started late, especially when it comes to learning about the GHK. 15 years ago, I started to eat protein regularly, more consistently, and also reset and regenerate those 78 DNA genes. So I reaped the benefits from that starting 15 years ago. Had I known about what this does, I would have done even more. Now, deuterium depleted water I've only been drinking for 5 years. July, so next month will be officially 5 years. Have I reaped the benefits from that since I started? You bet. You bet. Have I increased the effectiveness of the water? I think so. I think so. Because it is no fluke that I have experienced a maximum heart rate of 221 on May 28th, 2026. And the first time I experienced 217 was back on November 6th, 2023. I thought I would never surpass 217 beats per minute. I did not think. I tried. And I almost did it earlier this year. But then something changed. And I think it has something to do with this, which I introduced in February of this year. And since then, I continue to use it. And then, lo and behold, in May, I top what I thought would never be a case. I did it. So, it's one thing to match what I did 3 years ago, but it's another thing to even go beyond that. Just saying. Is it a fluke? I don't think so. And I'll be looking at doing a third-party test with somebody, and hopefully I'll be able to record it and show you right here. And to further validate that what I'm saying is legitimate, in addition to what David Schmidt, of the CEO and owner of LifeWave, he knows his stuff. He does. I've got a lot of respect for you, David, if you're watching. A lot. And his journey into the field of water with light, I think it's interesting. It's very interesting. Am I reaping the benefits from putting deuterium depleted water into my body and then using the X39 that is reflecting the light that my body is generating? Yeah, it's pretty impressive, I must say. I don't think it's a fluke, especially when it comes to, like reaping the benefits as you see on the screen. Improving your mental clarity, experiencing rapid pain relief and reduced inflammation, experiencing improved skin appearance, enhancing your sports performance. How about feeling the benefits of increased energy and vitality? What about experiencing faster recovery from exercise? Like, these are very kind of foundational things, but am I reaping the benefits from the use of the X39 now? Today is day number 418 of wearing this. 418 days. And I've been recording my journey each week since then. And here I am today, sharing it with you. And this is another mental focus and clarity. So you can see here, June 7th, last week. So my attempt, I don't remember. Oh yeah, this one here was a trickster, what I call a trickster of a puzzle. And I got bamboozled, largely because when I play, I usually go with my right hand or my right thumb, and you see how it blocks the view. So when I'm playing, and then you kind of have to lift your finger to figure it out, and so this particular one got me. So here I am struggling. I thought, oh gosh, so here I think I reset the board. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do. I'm planning my. Yeah, I reset it. Okay, so. Oh, okay, I figured something out here. And then I thought, no, not good. No, it can't go down that way. So here I'm not giving up. Ah, I think I found it. Yeah, that's it. Nope. See where I messed up? Yeah. Still bamboozled on this puzzle. This one got me. But I didn't give up. So I remembered I needed 10. Yeah. No, I can't. I need that 10. So what did I make a mistake here? What did I do? I don't remember. I'm thinking, oh, I need the 6. Oh, yeah, 6, I think. Yeah. Or, this is it. Yeah. I think this is it here. Yeah. There you go. I figured it out. Yeah. So it took me 2 minutes and 9 seconds to beat this, to get this puzzle. But it just goes to those, sometimes you have luck of the draw when you're playing, and sometimes you don't. And so another day, I don't know what day this one was here, so I'm going to just zoom in. So this is June 6th, last week, where I'm playing these puzzles. And I'm not this one here got me as well, because I was thinking how I'm going to, these blocks, what do I, oh, okay, I went the wrong way. I made the wrong choice. I know I got to do something here. That's only, okay, no. See, because I'm forgetting that I need to get to the 5 and then the 6 and 7, but see, it's a twister. This one was a good one. Another good puzzle where I just struggled with what I needed to do. And yeah, I made the mistake. You see, no. Thinking, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then, because that's 6, 7, 8, and then, there we go. Yeah, all right. I think there's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, no. Yeah, okay, I got it. Ah, no. The object, yeah, there we go. So, you have good days and you have bad days. So, regardless of what the outcome is, I always post what my score is. And so here's the last one from the last week. So this was on June the 8th. So 10 seconds. So sometimes you get luck of the draw and you do very well. And the average for this guy was 15 seconds. So at the end of the day, I look at it from a high level perspective and think, am I reaping the benefits as claimed of improving mental clarity? And I would say the answer is yes. Oh, and hello, Phil. So you can too. When you're ready to pull the trigger, scan the QR code or click on the links as you see in the description. Hi, Phil, again. Scan the QR code. It'll take you to unlockyourBioenergy.godaddysites.com, where you'll see the buttons on the bottom of the page and some information that I have previously logged. And you'll find some testimonials and other success stories that are there. I also teach you about how to get the water, the deuterium depleted. I don't make a single penny telling you about it. Not one. But I can't make this for you. I can't because of the number of patents that exist for this. It's available in 80 countries. And you can only get it from LifeWave themselves. I am a registered brand partner. So if you're exploring ways of, I need to save some money, well, just be careful with that thought, because Amazon and Walmart are not authorized distributors. They are not. They're not. So be careful. I don't want to hear any stories that, oh, you lost money, didn't work. Because you can try it risk-free from LifeWave. There's two options that you can choose. Either if you're looking at to only use it for yourself, then just basically there is, I shared their photo, and I should probably have this ready to go. So you can either become a brand partner. Becoming a brand partner gives you additional benefits where you can save some money if you're looking to help your family and your friends around you. Because when you experience this here and the power that it has, it's hard not to talk about it. It's very hard because of how well it feels. It feels very good. And I'm like a broken record here every week, every day that I'm streaming live, sharing my experience with you. So power your DNA with the best. And if you want to get involved with vibration plate training, let me know, please. And I will share my thoughts in terms of what option of vibration plate is, which I think is best. There will come a day I probably will have to replace that guy right there. I've had it for, when did I get it? I think it's been about 12 years now. So, do they last? They can. They can. If you use it wisely, it'll last. It will. So, and you can reap the benefits from. So here I am, yesterday I talked about elastic muscle. So, and see? It's all about how you train the muscle. You got to make it feel something. And when you support it with good choices, then you feel great, especially when you wake up first thing in the morning. And that is the best feeling when it feels like you're young. And if you want to live well, live long, and live young, you got to do something about it. So everything is too expensive until you start caring. Or if you're forced to do something. And I'm not forcing you to do it. I'm only trying to motivate you. So I'll see you tomorrow for Tacky Tuesday. It'll be push exercises. And always remember, eat well, sleep well, refuel your body with the right stuff. And watch previous episodes to find out what those are. Because I share it with you. And I also disclose what I also do. So we'll see you then. Have a good night.